performance evaluation parameters for banks, retail, and non-profit organization. Today we will cover as much possible as we can in a duration of 1 hour, and we will be starting with banking. Performance evaluation parameters for banking. Now, as you can see in the PPT first, I have only 5 PPT, but explanation is much deeper than the number of PPT, where banking is a highly regulated industry. Regulated in the sense having strong restrictions imposed by law and working as a system very much disciplined manner, except few cases in highly disciplined as it relates with money, and it has to own the trust of people who are investing by knowing the name of that bank and believing them. So that's way it is highly regulated industry, which makes it easier for you to evaluate each bank's relative performance and also the industry as a whole. As a common man, you must have seen even in the year 2021 or past decade, much before privatization took place, Indian banking system was having monopoly-like situation wherein only few selected government banks were option for Indian citizens to open their saving account, current account, joint account, fixed deposit, or whatever they want to keep their money safe. Because local money lenders or cooperative banks, as the moment cooperative bank which started, had limited scope, and people who used to involve in starting up cooperative bank were not much reliable or trustworthy apart from their own circle of influence. Now, when it comes to Bank of Maharashtra, State Bank of India, State Bank of Travancore, State Bank of Hyderabad, they all are working in Indian market, Indian financial market to be precise, for years together. State Bank of India is the oldest bank in Indian market, almost 200 years ago. It started its operations. Now, when we are talking of banking performance evaluation, the very first thing what it comes to mind for performance evaluation is customer base. This is what included in your syllabus. Customer base, whether it is business to business banking or business to consumer banking, this particular base of banking sector is very much important. Customer base, when it comes to cooperative bank, apart from their own district, they are available in other few districts only. Most of the cooperative banks available in Maharashtra have their spread within Maharashtra much more than other states. Now, customer base has to remain limited on account of cooperative nature. You can see HDFC, ICICI as a private bank is available throughout India. When it comes to government banks, government regulated or state government regulated, Bank of Maharashtra, or for that sake, State Bank of India, their branches are throughout India. Naturally, their customer base is always high. Now, customer base is the source of income for any bank. More number of customers, more number of money is getting collected by bank or having in store with bank. So this is how customer base as a performance indicator is very much important. Any bank, when it advertises to its customers, potential customer, what is their audit class, how much deposits they have, how much loan they have so far distributed, what is their closing assets, and number of customers, how much they have served, branch number of branches, what they are, and total turnover. These all things they are advertising in their what we say, print media advertise or audiovisual advertise. But like Solapur based bank, Lok Mangal, Abhyuday, then there are many other banks. But within Maharashtra, cooperative banks have dereputed on account of certain banks which were cooperative and were not been able to satisfy customers' requirement and got dissolved on account of fraud, on account of illegal activities performed by management, board of directors, and they have to dissolve their bank. Even they were not been able to get merged with other bank, the way Vijaya Bank got merged with Bank of Baroda. That was not even happening with these cooperative banks. So these days, people have trust issue when it comes to cooperative banks, especially urban, well-educated people prefer to go with private bank, prefer to go with government bank, then and then only they go for third option as cooperative bank. Otherwise, they don't have any trust for these cooperative bank when they want to keep and expect return on deposits, mutual funds, or any other type of investment for these banks. Their lifetime earning they feel is safer with government or private bank. In fact, private banks also can't assure you that they are safe. So these all factors are there. Customer base based on nature of bank, whether it is state government, central government, or private or cooperative bank, bank's customer base differs and its number of branches across country, pan India, if do have sizable quantity, their customer base is naturally high. The next point is non-performing assets. Students, you can hear me? Yes, students, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now, banks, what must be the non-performing assets for banks? Any idea you can give? See, the bank branch, where it is located, the land which is acquired, the building, the furniture, and even those uh, money lenders, I mean to say those customers who have taken loan, whether it is personal loan, vehicle loan, home loan, or any type of business loan, mortgage loan, and have yet to pay them, they all are non-performing assets for bank. If I am paying my EMI on regular basis and within scheduled duration of my loan tenure, I am clearing my loan, not even keeping back a single penny to repay, then I am good customer for them. I am performing asset for bank. But if I have taken loan and I am not paying it in scheduled time, my checks are getting bounced. I am not keeping sufficient balance in my bank account for sake of repayment, then I am not a performing asset. Non-performing assets, how many non-performing assets banks do have? That depends again on recovery rate of bank, collection rate of bank, the way bank collects money from lenders or borrowers. In that situation, their non-performing assets are getting reduced. Higher the percentage of NPAs, lesser is the profit. That is very simple to understand. Now, in such situation, if non-performing assets these days, in last 1.5 years, bankers have to understand that people are jobless. they are not allowed to go at their workplace. Whatever loan they have taken, they are not been able to repay its minimum amount also. Forget about principal part, not even interest they are being able to pay. In such situation, on account of external environment and uncontrollable factor like pandemic of this disease, they also have higher percentage of NPAs. NPA is in a sense for any bank is not just land, furniture or building. Borrowers who have yet to repay their money loan, they are also not performing assets. Now deposits. This is perhaps the soul of any bank. A customer open savings account in a bank and just maintaining quarterly balance. These days, bankers do have facility to open zero balance account also. They don't charge any fine at the end of financial year, even if any customer do have zero balance. Such customers are of no use to bankers or banks. A customer who's opening savings account, current account, joint account, or even loan account has to borrow loan from bank, has to repay principal plus interest. If he is having savings account, he should give his account number to his company for salary deposit. He should withdraw money. He should deposit money. The way we say in Bollywood, the show must go on. When it comes to banking sector or business, the transaction must happen. Without any transaction happening, if anyone is keeping his open account idle, neither depositing nor withdrawing, then that depositors are of no use to bank. Deposits coming to bank in terms of savings, current, joint, loan, mortgage, or for that matter, any other type of money transaction happening with bank. Now, Punjab National Bank is having tie-up with MetLife Insurance. By coming together, they are selling insurance services to customers. And in such situation, in such a strategical tie-up, when insurance provided to individuals and family or for that sake companies, premium of that insurance comes on regular basis to bank. So these all financial services which are sold by bank. For that matter, deposits are always required. Deposits is like bread and butter for any bank. Return on interest, ROI. How much return we are getting? Investment, return on investment, sorry, not interest. Return on investment, whatever money is used by its customer, by bank's customer in the form of home loan, personal loan, vehicle loan, or any type of business loan. What is the return on investment that is made by bankers is also important. That decides their quarterly, half yearly, and yearly performance. Based on these returns, bank's progress is calculated. Bank's survival depends on two factors. One is deposit, other one is return on investment. So this is how performance evaluation of banks is divided. Spread, how much spread a bank do have? International banks like HSBC, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation. They are available in India since 1988. Their spread is throughout the world. Citibank is an international bank. That's also available in India. So what happens? A cooperative bank has its limit, has its spread within few districts of a state. When it comes to private bank, its spread across country and across world could be seen. When it comes to nationalized bank like State Bank of India, it is available throughout India with much more branches than any private bank. Now availability of ATM, availability of money, availability of demand draft. all these services when bankers are giving, its spread is important. More the spread, more number of services remains available for customers residing nearby. Within metro city, if any bank is available for rural area, they won't be able to have proper supply. So this is what spread is very important for bankers. Now these all factors are considered for performance evaluation of bank. What is stated here, banking is a highly regulated industry, makes it easier for you to evaluate each bank's relative performance. Regulatory bodies such as Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, and the Federal Reserve Bank, among others, publish large amount of banking data on their website. Financial performance, as I said to you, some of the key financial ratios investors use to analyze banks include return on asset. These all are ratios. Those who have finance as a specialization or those who completed commerce in their graduation, they must be knowing these ratios for financial performance are used. What it includes? Return on asset, return on equity, efficiency ratio, and the net interest margin. These ratios are used for financial performance. Use these ratios to look for trends in the bank's own performance and also to compare financial performance with competitors. The efficiency ratio is a measure of non-interest expenses relative to income, and a lower efficiency ratio indicates stronger performance. Now, loan portfolio. This is what performance indicator loan portfolio. Most banks derive the bulk of their income from their loan portfolio. Within loan portfolio, different types of loans are available. This makes growth and the composition of a bank's loan portfolio an important metric for analysis. The notes to financial statement contains a breakdown of the bank's loan portfolio between residential mortgage, commercial, industrial, automotive, installment, and miscellaneous loans. These all are types of loans within loan portfolio. Residential mortgage, that makes a home loan or loan taken on property loan. Commercial, business to business loan. Industrial, again automotive loans. These all are B2B types of loans which are mentioned here: commercial, industrial, automotive, installment. Now also consider overall loan growth and differentiate between organic growth and loans generated by new branches. Pay attention for any trends in uncollectible loans. An increase may indicate weakness in the bank's lending capabilities or economic environment. This is one important factor for evaluation of banking's performance. Loan portfolio. Now, capital adequacy. Enough sufficient capital for a bank. What is capital? The money amount what they have with them. That's all. Since the collapse of several high-profile banks, including Investment Bank, Lehman Brothers, and Bear Stearns, these are banks from USA. Capital adequacy has been a hot topic. Banks must have sufficient capital in order to absorb losses and any potential liquidity declines stemming from customers withdrawing funds. If customers who used to keep funds with them, if they have withdrawn in sizable number or their terms with bank comes to an end, then banks with inadequate capital fund have to suffer. Banks with higher risk tolerance are potentially at risk for incurring losses, but also may violate regulatory requirements if insufficient funds are set aside as reserve. Whatever banks are keeping as reserve, that amount they shouldn't use at elsewhere. That reserve has to remain reserve. The reason banks do not maximize reserves is that they prefer to use the funds to for profit of customers. This is what relevant to capital adequacy. Now, gap analysis. Gap analysis is used to measure a bank's exposure to interest rate risk. Banks try to match the durations of their assets and liabilities. What assets they have and how many liabilities they have to recover. This way, when a certain amount must be paid to a customer, the bank will have adequate cash on hand and will not have to use valuable earning asset to make the payment. As interest rate move, the nature of the stream of payments changes. Nature of stream of payments changes when interest rate goes up or goes down. The degree to which there is an imbalance between the durations of assets and liabilities will dictate the magnitude of the effect this will have on the bank's financial result. When it comes to money transaction, time plays one important factor. When we are borrowing any particular loan, even if sake of example, if we take personal loan, its maximum tenure is 5 years. When we are borrowing home loan, its maximum tenure for bank like SBI is 30 years. Because as a security, property is there for recovery. But for personal loan, it's on credibility of individual customer. So they don't have that much longer duration for loan payment to pay. Apart from this, when it comes to auto loan is also much smaller duration, max to max 2 or 3 years. They don't go for that more than 3 years. So time factor plays very important role. This is what I was talking of loan facility. When we deposit money, fixed deposit, minimum duration of fixed deposit is 6 months, maximum up to 5 years, 3 years, 5 years. That way they go. Now, interest rate charged for loan or interest rate given for deposits varies from duration to duration. Less duration, less interest paid by bank to its customer. Longer duration, higher interest rate paid by bankers to customers. Much higher duration, less interest paid by bankers or constant interest paid by bankers. So this is what relevant with gap analysis. Apart from this, we are going into retail. Now banks we have seen in brief. Key performance indicators in retail. This is one important aspect when it comes to fourth topic. There are three performance evaluation factors relevant with banks. Second thing is retail industry, and third thing is non-profit organization. So this way we have to look into now retail key performance. This retail most of the time assumed for organized retail sector, because number of employees hired and appointed for private sector or unorganized retail trade are much lesser. Whichever retail store nearby your house, if you have seen, the family is running the entire business. Very rarely, one or two people are working in unorganized retail trade. So if a retail store at the heart of the city is available and that's selling day-to-day needed items, and the reputation of that retail store is very old, then in that case, one or two people as a worker work for them. So here performance evaluation of retail assumed for is for organized sector, but we can consider for our understanding for unorganized sector also. Now here key performance indicators of or performance evaluation is most important metrics in your business. They help we people to answer difficult questions so that we can measure health of retail store and determine the steps we need to take. Now, the first performance evaluation criteria or key performance indicator, what we have to check here is incremental sales. I am enlarging the figure here. There is 3 years sales per square foot taken, and here 2014, 2015 and 2016 as year is taken. Now store location is New York, Paris, Berlin and London, and net income per square feet is also given here. Let's look into the theoretical explanation. The incremental sales measures the amount of sales you have gained as a direct result of marketing and promotional activities. Whatever activities performed for increasing popularity, image, or availability of that particular store in customer's mind, which requires certain amount of expense also, advertising expense or promotional expense, and on account of that expense, whatever sales we gain, that is measured in incremental sale. Every retailer uses promotions to generate interest and increase sales revenue. Promotional activities are conducted by every retailer, and what kind of promotional activities they are giving, that may be uh, uh, coupon for customers, discount, free gift, regular purchase discount. All these things are included in promotional activities, whether that's through social channels, direct mail or advertisements. Now by measuring the success and reach of each campaign, a retailer can determine which campaigns need tweaking in the sense improvement, and which one you should invest more time and money on. So this is how incremental sales is performed as a key performance indicator. Incremental sale happens on account of promotional activities and advertisement to create interest among customers' mind. We do have seen advertisement of Shopper Stop, Big Bazaar, Mower, Reliance Fresh on our television channels also. Store traffic. This is something very important for performance evaluation of retail store. One of the simplest method to measure performance of retail store is also one of the most important. The number of potential customer. If I am having few thousand rupees in my pocket and there are certain products kept based on my designation, age, purchase capacity or buying capacity, and based on my need, I become one potential customer for that retail store. Now, what is stated here? The number of potential customers coming through the doors of your retail store. How many customers enter inside your retail store? Without store traffic, people physically walking into your store, your retail business can't survive. Just for sake of interest, just for sake of touching product, smelling bath soap, or looking into their design, and then nothing purchasing, exit without purchase. is of no use for store visit. For a retailer, those people who are coming inside the retail store, they have to buy something. At least impulse buying, not planned buying, should happen. And stores are designed in a such a way that a customer who's entering from entry point to the exit point, he has to go to his left, go to his right, then go straight, then again go to left. Likewise, their layouts are designed, store designs or store layouts are of such a way that makes him to have one round of that store. And in that way, when he is having one round, he is not walking fast. He is going by slow speed. And that's why he keeps on touching, looking, smelling, experiencing availability of that particular product. And that makes that customer to buy at least few things. So that way, store traffic, which is coming in but not buying anything, is of no use. That retailer cannot survive if such people are more in number. A potential customer should get converted into existing customer. Now, looking at store traffic figures year over year, comparing 1 month to the same month the previous year can give you a quick indication of whether your business is growing. This second point in store traffic PPT is stating that June 2020, what was the performance or what was the total sale of a retail store, and June 2021. It's yet to over. So we can consider example of May 2020 compared with May 2021. If a previous year's sale was lesser than this year's sale, and in that way, we can have count of May 2019, May 2020, and May 2021. If the sale is increasing year by year, then definitely that store is in profit. Shopper value is equal to total sales divided by total shopper traffic. Now, what is stated here? Do you remember a movie or a cartoon where a character would look around and see a dollar sign instead of people? Instead of that person's head or face, a dollar sign is appearing. Means what? That person is not appearing as a person to me, but as a source of money. Now, what happens when people are coming into a shopper? They are as good as money source. What is stated here? Find out how much a visitor is worth when they enter your store. Pair this number with conversion rate and forecast how much your business can grow if you increase the conversion rate 0.5%, 1%, or 10%. This is what conversion rate is. If a person do have capacity of spending 2000 rupees in one attempt, then that customer should be said as a potential. Next time also he will be coming and spending the equal amount. It's not mandatory, but it is said that his potential is relevant with his spending. Average shopper dwell time. What is meant by average shopper dwell time? It is equal to total minutes in store for all shoppers or customers divided by total shopper traffic. Now, explain here as using location analytics. Store managers can analyze how long shoppers tend to stay in the store on average. A high dwell time and low conversion rate may indicate that staff is unable to close the sale. Either our popular items are out of stock. There are two possibilities. A high dwell time and low conversion rate may indicate that staff is unable to close the sale. Either our popular items are out of stock. I am inside a retail store. Say for example, shopper stop. I am spending much longer time, almost 1 hour, 2 hour and 3 hours also. But the number of items, number of products what I purchase are of low price or have no much profit for retailer. What that means? What that means? Staff working inside that retail store as counter sales representative, floor sales representative is unable to close or popular items in that store are not available. Pairing dwell time with other metrics can yield interesting analysis that helps retailers make informed business decisions that will grow revenue. So this is what average shopper dwell time suggests as performance indicator. Now conversion rate, what it requires, conversion rate in percentage is equal to total transactions divided by total shopper traffic into 100. This data is simple to collect with a door counter and the sales information from your point of sale system. Now, analyzing conversion rate analyzing conversion rate trends can be used to optimize staffing and test promotional offers. You can even see how well your sales associate perform across multiple locations. Now, most of the big shops where products are of complicated nature, when a person is choosing garments, little information about those garments is expected to be given by floor assistant or sales representative. When a person is buying product like LED, LCD, computer, laptop, or for that sake, any retail outlet of Bajaj, Hero, Honda, TVS, customers do have n number of questions in their mind as they are purchasing something costly, valuable. Their decision making time is lengthy, and in such situation, what knowledge about that product, skill of a sale, and attitude, salesperson's attitude decides whether the customer will get converted or we will lose one potential customer. When we go to any automobile showroom or car showroom, it depends how you convert customer. Some customers are not much interested in product knowledge. They go on appearance of a car, color of a car, design of a car, how it looks, and at the most they will ask mileage, what mileage it is giving, so that it can be affordable to them. Rest all automobile and technical factors they are not interested. And in situation, even if they are not interested, we have to create interest in their mind. So this is the technology we are using and it is meant for your safety. Now there are certain models of car, even Swift Desire also, that if you are not locking the door after starting the car, once the car reaches to its speed 20, the door gets auto lock. And in that situation, we don't have to take care of locking the door. Old models of cars used to have to be taken care, locking the door, locking the diggy, and then driving the car. So these all advanced technologies required to be explained in a proper manner to customers by floor assistant, representative who's working there. This is what relevance with conversion rate. Now sales per square feet. This is calculated by all organized retail store. When it comes to unorganized retail stores available nearby our residential area, mom and pop stores selling items between 99 to or 49 to 99 rupees, they don't count sales per square feet, but most of the organized retail stores count sales per square feet. What it is? Sales per square feet is equal to total net sales divided by total floor area. Floor area, what is available in the store on ground floor, first floor, second floor, however area that retail store is purchasing divided by total sales, that is counted as sales per square feet. This performance indicator is important when redesigning or modernizing retail outlet. When we have furniture store, home equipment like cupboard, racket, then sofa, master bed, all these things do have higher floor area because these items or this type of product require space. But you will find that these items glow at moderate speed. But when it comes to a gold jewelry store or ornament store, diamond, pearl, ruby, gold, silver, and any other costly items in ornament, that floor area of that particular store is much lesser than furniture store, but its profit is always at higher side. So sales per square feet is also an efficient method. Shoppers to staff ratio. What is the shoppers to staff ratio? Total shoppers or customers visiting the retail store in time period divided by number of staff members on sales floor in time period. Between 9 to 5 on Monday, number of visitors of a store were 800 divided by number of staff were 8. First floor, ground floor 2, first floor 3, second floor 3. That way we can have count, and staff optimization metrics can help your store managers create schedules using hard data. No more guessing, no more estimating. Pair this data with conversion rate and you will be able to see right away when the store is understaffed and your sales associate cannot handle the volume of shoppers. At a time, attending 50, 60 and 100 customers is a difficult task for one individual floor assistant. And in such situation, many customers, because they weren't given personal attention, goes without buying anything. And in such situation, to take personal attention of every customer and to know what he needs, number of floor assistants required is more. And in such situation, feedback from floor assistants also is taken. Feedback from customers also is taken, and proper strategy is made whether to hire more number of floor assistants or to keep the number same one. This is what relevant with shoppers to staff. What is relevant here with customer satisfaction? There are certain factors given in chart. Very satisfied, satisfied, very unsatisfied, unsatisfied, and neutral. Now, customer satisfaction metrics or parameters measure the quality of your customer service and provide a reflection of the public's perception of your business. Perception of public, what stated here as a word, is very much important. India's rural and semi-urban population do have, and in the beginning when organized retail stores started operating in India, that these stores must be very costly. Whatever items, product available in our local retail stores, the same product, if they are made available in organized retail store, they must be charging high. This was the perception of Indian customers who belong to rural or semi-urban area. And that's the reason organized retail sector is not much growing in India. What people think, whatever is required to be used, to be purchased, if it is available nearby Kirana store, why should I go to a big size store where they are charging me higher amount? Now, it's important to remember that on average, happy customers will share their experience with 2-3 people. When a customer is satisfied and survey is made, all satisfied customers max to max tell their experience to 2 or 3 people, their relative, their friend, their neighbors. And when a customer is not happy, unhappy, will share their experience with 8 to 10 people. This is common attitude. When a customer is not satisfied, he will inform the same experience, explain the same experience, share the same experience with 8 to 10 people. And what it results into? Defamation. Less credibility goes down for that particular store. Now, here it has to be taken in a positive way. In marketing, it is always said that one unhappy customer is more important than 100 happy customers. I will explain you how one unhappy customer is important. The customer who's unhappy, what complaint he is making, that you have to listen. And that is the opportunity for marketer to redesign, redevelop, restructure, or come in a new form for that particular product. That unhappy customer is suggesting something to you, making complaint about the performance of that particular product. And that complaint is like an opportunity to develop yourself, to give more standard to your product. So this is how one unhappy customer is much more valuable than 100 valuable satisfied customers. Now what happens? Collecting this data can be done by distributing forms at the point of purchase or by using your call center to conduct a formal survey. Retail customers survey at point of purchase while they are paying final bill and coming out of that shop, that is calculated. Customer retention. This is one important fact for performance measurement of retail store. Customer retention measures the ability of your organization to retain customers over the long term and to generate recurring revenue. Recurring means which is repeatedly happening. After certain time interval, it is happening again and again from existing customer. Your existing customers are coming on regular basis after certain duration of time, once in a 15 days, once in a month, they are coming to your store only. And it's hard to overrate the value of customer retention for any organization, as research shows that a modest 5% increase in customer retention can increase profits anywhere from 25 to 95%. Out of 100, if 5 customers are visiting you on a regular basis for next 1 year, that increases your profit between 25 to 95%. Now, in addition to that fact, generating revenue from loyal customers is considerably less expensive than acquiring new customers. To acquire new customer, what is required? Promotional activities, advertising, and many other types of lucrative offers to be made to customer so that he can get converted. So it requires initial huge investment for bulk customers to get conversion. Otherwise, those who are loyal customers, they will buy without any complaint and without much expectations. So this is what relevant with customer retention. If your regular customers are not going anywhere, not going to your competitor, then those customers with less effort are giving more profit. But potential customer, you have to take more effort and you have to expect less profit from them. Advertising as a form is having huge initial investment, and recurring or recovering that advertisement cost is again a big challenge. Advertising of any company is not happening from pocket of those partners. It happens from the customer's money itself. So these all factors are very much important. Customer retention. Profit margin is equal to gross profit divided by total revenue into 100. Profit margin is your main measure of profitability. What is stated here profit margin for can indicate how much money is actually going into your pocket. You could be making additional sales, but if it's cost you more than what you are earning from those sales, then you are not really making money. Now your profit margin can help you see if you need to lower cost or increase efficiency in your business. To widen your margins, for example, you can find ways to cut the cost to make your product, or you can perhaps tweak your prices. Tweak prices means low down the prices or increase the prices. Now, what happens when a product is consistently made for months and years together? Manufacturer or marketer of that product comes to know and generate idea how we can reduce the cost. What can be the opportunity? What is the possibility to reduce the cost of manufacturing? And that way they can have more profit margin. So this is relevant with, and lastly, conclusion, using the right data for your retail store will help you generate more revenue and grow the business. Right data relevant with potential customer, loyal customer, lost customer, number of customers visiting per day, number of customers on an average having something to buy, number of floor assistants working for your store, number of products which do have more chances of buying and frequently bought by customers, availability of popular items and their profit margin, previous quarter total sales and total revenue, current quarter's total sale till date, last year's same quarter revenue generated compared with this year's last quarter. These all types of data required so that you can generate profit. At least you will come to know whether you are doing business in profit or you are in loss. This should be known to you so that you can go for proper direction. Now, analyzing the right mix of sales and shopper-based retail store metrics will help develop a systematic approach to key decisions, improve forecasting, and help you design a plan for growth and expansion. Whatever growth and expansion plan you make, when you feel, or when numbers, what you calculate states that you are in profit, growth and expansion plans cannot be made when a retailer is suffering from loss. So these all things are required to be statistically and in a right data if it is available with us. Data which is stating that we are running in profit for continuous last 2 or 3 financial years. More than that, then they can think of growth and expansion. So this is how this performance evaluation of retail stores is done. It's almost 9 o'clock. I will stop here now. This, apart from these two, there will be another one performance indicator that is for non-profit organization, and this I will cover in tomorrow's session between 8 to 9. Okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay.